Welcome on back everyone to Total Warhammer 3 and part 11 of our legendary Yuan Bo Immortal Empires campaign. In today's episode, I hope you all are ready for the fall of the Ziggurat of Dawn. Although the Auto-Resolve wants to sacrifice our Jade Lion and a unit of our loyal Peasant Long Spears, we shall not. So onward to slaughtering the masses of Skink Cohort. This should be pretty brutal. Alright then, we'll get ourselves set up. Actually, this is a perfectly good deployment. We'll start and just pull them on over next to this rock here. That works out nicely. Then we can keep all of the other these spears here. Good old lion on the other side. Hopefully these spears don't get engaged, but if they do, we've got the crows ready to help out all that nonsense. Perfect stuff. Let's get everyone in their units. All the single entities with the spellcasters and heroes at the forefront there. And everyone else, group and god mode. Also get you guys out of melee. Perfect. We'll also have Yuan Bo charge right over and deal with the enemy lord. Let's get it.
Risk 1,000 more of your lifetimes in this struggle, never shirking my responsibility to fight. For you, my people, for all Cathay.
Indeed. Start throwing some shims burning gaze at the pterodons that are in the way there. Fall back just a bit, they'll give us a gap, and then we can just go ahead and charge on in. If we go into dragon mode, all of these skinks will then find him as a rather juicy target. We see them close enough to get blasted to bits by our mainline archers. We will have them be the disdain of the Dragon Emperor. There's our gap. Right in here. Charge through the line in after Basmakal. And then I will go ahead and overcast this Blossom Wind and decimate the line. Hopefully that peters out before it gets to our line. And it blasts away. Got lined up beautifully there. It's a pink bowling ball of doom. Send you guys wide and go after those Pterodon riders. Crows can do the same. Celestial Lion, you head on in, and we'll switch over to the armor mode. Chuck a good old fireball at this Skink Cohort. Pterodons are fleeing for their lives. Drop the old execution on Basmakal. Blade of Jade finishes them off with haste. You guys go ahead and turn around and jump into these Skink Cohort. Looks like the normie skinks are going to try to fight them all instead. Scare everyone off with a good old ferocious lion roar. We got one more Blossom Wind this way back through the fleeing units. Most of our lads got to sit back and just watch. Glorious. That's pretty much how we thought it was going to go. Mr. K and our loyal peasants survived the fray. Alright. Another leg sweep for the lizard then. We will go ahead and claim the Ziggurat. Dismantling the Lizardmen Empire one step at a time. Basmakal claimed, or slain, claimed by death. Then now it's onward just towards Skeggy. The final stronghold for the lizards. Wind Harmony gives him that spell resistance, missile resistance, which is likely what we're going to go for here quite soon. He does get shot at quite a bit when he's in his big Jade Dragon form, and effectiveness huge hitbox. So 1300, absolutely. We've got nothing but elite Jade crossbows. Let's just go ahead and eliminate. Don't want any more than 5 of them. So we'll go ahead and eliminate. Well, you know what? As I say this, Felix is going to be gone before too long, so let's go ahead and remove him from the army so we don't assume that we have him. And then instead of keeping one of our peasant long spears here, we're going to have another. Let's just get rid of the ones that we grabbed from the custodians. There we are. And then eventually we'll also go ahead and grab in some more actual Celestial Dragon Guard in replacement for these peasant long spears.
Sorcery through me.
And Zhu Chen is coming up to join as the Astromancer squad. And Felix will be back to doing nothing for now.
No.
Straight up no, alright.
A champion.
But we have them for how many more turns? 8 further.
What is this
I'd
foolishness?
love to see them try something. 4 more turns also on the Ivory Road. Past already the threatening position. They still could get ambushed on the way, but from here it looks like all green lights until they reach the Disciples of the Maw. Hopefully by then we are not at war with them.
Godric Gurnison.
Do a real quick diplomacy check. We're obviously not making any deals with rats. A military access pact with Balthazar may not be a bad call.
I trust our dealings will bear fruit, friend. Fine.
So do I.
Do you know who I am?
Perfect. And we are likely to eliminate most of the other empires of men that are here in Lustria. They tend to not be able to control themselves. They take the places that we need, and they're not ever willing to trade them back even for gold. So, blood it is. We're up 3 and 2 of our Stone and Steel tokens. We need to move some of them over towards stone if we want another commercial district. So let's come on in. Structured operation. None of these are things I'd like to use. How many turns before we get an additional? 5. Of which we have supply line operations, deadlock, and astromantic boon. Likely just go for levy the provinces here next turn. Try to get in a few battles back to back. Back on over to Yuan Bo. That'll be our turn. Alright, well, Lokir's back. Unfortunately for him, auto-resolve is going to be kind to us again, so, sorry, Kraken Lord, not today.
A mighty death.
He killed so many. But luckily, all of our crossbows and everything are all fully healed, so even if he wants to sit up and keep laying siege, I think we could throw down on the field, no problem. We'll take the extra gold.
Give
Absolutely.
thanks to the Moon Dragon.
What honor you do me with this embassy?
We might be being sarcastic, who knows? Wisdom of Verena guides us to cooperation. Defensive alliance. No, I don't think so. I'm happy to have a defensive alliance with everyone back at home, but you, on the other hand, Marcus, are far from home, and are taking up land that belongs to me. Gorzor and boys have been attacked. Oh no, they've attacked the western provinces. Oh, lovely. Caravan encounter. Ooh, another gift from Ind. Tanzi Tau Caravan. We'll go ahead and read through again. A caravan draped in the trappings of Ind travels the road. It slows to a stop as your own approaches. Growls come from the guards whose faces remain hidden by voluminous silk scarves. Their gloved hands hover over large scimitars resting on their hips. One infers that the caravan master should approach. He does so cautiously, and sees a large cage behind fine curtains. The caravan master returns, his eyes gleaming, for he has seen what lies in the cage. Yet he won't say what, only that Ind is known as the land of the 1,000 gods for a reason. We are blessed, he stammers. So this time, I've given the other one the Blessed are the Riches. This caravan will grab Blessed are the Blades, giving us 3 extra Celestial Dragon Guards, and then the Frostbite and magical attacks for everyone in the army. Beautiful, and that is our quest successful. The Watcher will appear. Setang the Watcher. The ground rumbles, for Setang the Watcher approaches. Extending his wind bow in your direction, he takes his place by the side of your battle ranks in noble defense of Grand Cathay. Alongside you and the other sentinels under your command, The dragon's lands will be kept safe beneath his unmoving, watchful eye. Well said, unwatchful. Around the lofty heights from which he casts his gaze, the winds blow strong to bring powerful blessings. Yet, who shall receive them is up to you. How many times do I need to read this is fairly embarrassing. So we can either go for Heavenly Constructs for 7 turns, or Legendary Marksman for 7 turns. This would give us 10% more weapon strength for all of our construct units, or our bow units will gain more missile damage. I think this is going to be the way. Heavenly Bowman blesses the bows and arrows of your forces, silently glorifying those whose martial skill mirrors his own. And now we've unlocked Satang. Unfortunately here with the Jade Dragon, which is going to be a bit of an overkill. Look at him. Definitely a Gundam, and he gives me Magic the Gathering Angel vibes blended with a Terracotta Sentinel. Blackheart down. Oh, he's actually slain Lokir and now is immune to Storm and Reef Attrition. Good old Pirate Gotrek is a go. Alright, Everland is now 1 with the Golden Order, and they've lost their outpost. Whistleland has an outpost going in, and we've got some Orange Dawi doing some defensiveness. Perfect. So he starts off with the Wind Bow, giving him more ammunition, range, missile strength, and the ability of the Wind Bow. Pretty nice damage, armor piercing, and magical. Shoots out 6 projectiles. Awesome. So he's got his heat-seeking missiles. The VFX aren't quite as awesome here in the good old high settings, but he still looks incredible. Love the white marble. I don't actually think he's made of the same stuff as the other Terracotta Sentinels. He's made of actual proper stone. Kind of abilities here do we have for Satang? Giant Leap. So he can't move and he jumps from one place to the next. What has the monstrous impact? So is it gonna have him give out a Dreadquake Mortar ripple when he hits the ground? Big old boy. He's up more range for himself, which is insane. He's already got 385. He's gonna be bombing shots from across the hillsides. Ammo, piercing shots, so even more explosive damage. That's gonna be insane. Charge for when he is actually into the melee. Mountain to mountain. Oh, you can actually just give him Vanguard deploys to set up wherever you want. This is an incredible hero. Active a unit. Watched by the Watcher. Near, far, in fact, wherever it is that you are, Satang's belittling gaze will find you. So it removes Hide Forest, Stalk, and Unspottable. That's insane. Beware the Changeling. So in terms of the actual unique line, you get a little bit of a leadership bump and then a cooldown to the Giant Leap. More relations with Grand Cathay, construction cost reduction for the advanced military buildings wherever he's at, and then all units in his army that are Terracotta Sentinel, Jade or Jet Lions will be 15% cheaper, which is amazing. We definitely need to try to get Satang back over to Cathay quite quickly. I think we can use some of the sea lanes to do so. We'll leave him here with the Jade Dragon for now just to get some skills, but as soon as we can, we'll send him on over. Even more missile strength and some reload time reduction. Why not? Here's the ranks. And he's got the Wood Elf ability, the Hawkish Precision. So if no one's in the vicinity, he's a Way Watcher, which is insane. And not a strong hero at all. So glad you're here. We have to fight the next battle against Skeggy, or here at Skeggy, even if it's a weak one.
The Emperor's arch.
We'll bring Yuan Bo and Satang in.
For the Celestial.
Skeggy has it always been an Imperial town? I thought before it looked like a Norscan one. Big changes afoot. Look at him go. Sounds more like he's made of metal.
Imminent.
Alright, Windazal. You don't know it yet. You can't give him 20% more range. That'd be too strong, wouldn't it? He's cumbersome. Master of the Stone Legions, while constructs are just going to be more resilient anyway. Fair enough. Not great melee defense, but he's wielding a bow. So that is, even if it's more like a club that close, should be glorious. Go ahead and add the Standard of Nangao to our brand new race of Kuai Yin, which has got flaming and magical attacks, insane armor-piercing damage, and 234 range on a crossbow team. Also got the ability Mark of Yin, so when someone's within 180 meter radius, you can hit them with a 20% less missile resistance, 24 less missile block chance, and then 30 less armor, which is going to allow you to completely melt a unit down to nothing almost immediately. Alright, Siege of the Jade Dragon and the Terracotta Sentinel. Problem is, this is always one of the maps that's incredibly well defended. Looks like an Imperial map on the outside. It is, in fact, one of the Lizardmen's strongest bastions. Let's go ahead and throw Satang in. I'm going to be back far enough that he's not getting hit himself. He's almost the size of a tree. He might be bigger than normal Terracotta Sentinels. We'll have to see once we actually have some in our armies. Look, fire effect. Incredible. It is a pity he can't fly, but it does make all the sense. He is a big old hefty boy. Let's leave Mr. K near him. We'll try to blast through those gates rather quickly. I'm going to have Yuan Bo turning into a dragon and harassing those on the walls. Since they are lizardmen, their ranged forces are quite limited. So what we're going to do,
The celestial faithful,
Jade Warriors up
wind and fire.
behind our crossbow line this time. We'll go these two up front. Race of Kuai Yin pulling the center this time. They have an insane amount of range in comparison. Look at that. A whole, like, 3 regiments of units. More range. Single entities.
And warrior.
I'm gonna have you set up actually in front. Well, they take a lot of damage quite quickly, don't they? I'd rather not. We'll have these spears up front taking any kind of fire from the towers. Other peasant spearmen in the line behind, because they're not really probably not going to use them.
Gate master, Jade warriors,
Warriors, crossbows, and the flyers, which are going to carry this battle for sure. Like to throw our long in the middle of the crowman unit once you group them. Crows, come on this way. Perfect. Gate master up front, and then the flying lion at back in the back. That's why it's not getting filled with arrows off the bat. Let it begin. Satang, how much damage can you do to, say,
Men
these poor
of
skates?
Cathay. Together, we shall reduce these foes to a red mist. The better to water our fields and trouble.
Maybe he can't
our
shoot them because he has to get way too
no
close.
more.
Alright, Satang, fire on the gatehouse.
Yen-4, master of meteor winds.
Yuan Bo, go ahead and charge up your staff.
Power. The heavens
Hop into dragon mode.
celestial wrath.
We'll just have the lions and longmas go deal with the poor guys on the walls. Okay, dragon, go deal with Windazal. He has been slated for execution. Everyone else here
dragon crossbow,
isn't a crowman.
defenders.
Start moving on forward. We've got arrows to blast.
Is required.
Drum can give us any more speed. Reload skill will work.
Jesus the dragons.
Jade Lion in there. There are some Saurus spears here ready to try to fight. We'll just bring Yuan Bo away from them. Not very clever. Lion by himself is getting annihilated. Send them wide, get the lion back up in the air. Luckily the roar allowed him to do so.
Defenders of Cathay, guided by ancestors.
Bring the crows around. Pretty decent job of actually
Sunian's faithful.
pulling off our initial charge here. I'm pretty impressed. Not for long, though. Gonna change up the plan. Drop some Jade Dragon Breath through.
The freedom of my own form.
Drop the execution down in his Z's position. Have Satang knock down the towers if we can, since it's not going the greatest getting through the gates. Get 2,000 damage per shot.
Chief Executioner.
Alright, I'm gonna get you guys back up in the air.
Move in formation. Marching as one.
Individual line, they're struggling a little bit. Let's get you away from those Saurus. Come up towards the Skink cohort next. They are known for opening the gates just for a single unit to let them through, which is very lovely.
Bringing harmony.
Very own Sisters of Avalon are firing on in, which is just the
Ancestors decree.
race of Kuai Yin doing their stuff. Focus fire at the Skink cohort down. Let the Saurus try to chase them. Nothing is manning the towers. So Satang, you come on in and punch down this gatehouse. The dragon turned back into human form.
Repositioning. Move as wind.
Trying to catch them up. Let's go over the top. Pros. You just blend these Skink cohort a little bit faster. Up in the air if not.
Guided by ancestors.
I'm gonna pull the long
Joy.
normal Saurus warriors.
Marching as one. The Emperor's will.
Let's do a great big group attack on this group of isolated Saurus warriors. We can do the Blossom Wind. Just let it bounce through the back line here. Bring up the Bastion Defenders for Dad. No one's gonna actually be able to fire, so let's bring everyone up a little bit closer.
The Emperor expects.
Let the Spearmen start working on the gates with Mr. K. And Satang.
Emperor's executioner.
Give you the ward save. Hold the line. Make sure things are going well on the other side here. The Saurus Warriors got it absolutely eviscerated. Send the long over the top. Same thing with the line. We'll let the crows hit one side and then surround from everyone else. Flying unit bullying. With their immunity to ecology, land and destroy. They arguing over who gets to attack the gates. Okay, you don't have any siege attackers, so you back on up. Let's let Satang tear these gates down. Go ahead and add the Mark of Kuai Yin to these poor Saurus warriors and watch them disintegrate. Blossom Wind, this time, this way. Didn't bounce off and come right back through the... Oh, it went the wrong way. Interesting how those angles work. You come on over here and execute poor old Odeslan in charge. Let's keep going with javelins. I think we've got the overwhelming advantage there in numbers. Just run them over. Can't actually help out with the gates, so stay back. The Jade Dragon come over and... Oh, never mind. That's the white flag. Are you sure? You didn't even get to see all the cool battle animations that Satang has. Soon, him. Alright, like that, Hexawaddle is nothing but history. Oh well, though, we can go ahead and sack the settlement, force them to rebuild a little bit here at Skeggy, and then come back in and get another battle. I think we shall. This will also keep Marathi off our back a little bit longer since we are fighting against both Hexawaddle and the New World colonies, one of which has already been wiped out, but the second of which we can keep bullying for at least the time being. So we'll have Yuan Bo. If we make it back into friendly territory in channeling stance, I'd love to actually have some magic in the coming battles. Can we?
That location seems wise.
It'd be even wiser if you made it back home.
So much to do.
Let's go into March.
Leave
Go as far as we
nothing
can.
behind.
As far as Heaven, I'm thinking the final point into Blade Shield, and then we'll start following it up with probably some more health. We will finish it off with Woundmaker, but it's not necessarily about staying and doing as much damage as possible with Kevin. It's more just holding the line. and being immovable.
Through me.
Okay, so we can also damage walls, assassinate and assault units, which does make all the sense. I'm going to immediately grab Eyes Up. What is that up in the sky? It is death, plain and simple. Death for Cathay's mortal enemies, and an inspiration to its loyal warriors. It's like napalm. Big, stone walking napalm.
I can't disagree.
Felix can't disagree. You come join Zhao Kang. Zhu Chen can join Yuan Bo. But who needs to get the boot? Shall it be a unit of our peasant long spears? I think so.
Keeper of Wuxia.
See you later, buddy. Zhu Chen, welcome.
The heavens will provide.
We can only hope.
The Jade Dragon.
Well, now we're at 2 more turns, unless we can get a couple more battles under our belts. Let's go ahead and upgrade the river port here at the Shrine of Sotek, and the die maker as well. Chuck in the clay pit. Unsurprisingly, clay pits hold vast amounts of clay, a malleable material that hardens when baked. Much like skulls.
This harmony threatens our order.
Got lots of yen here. I don't mind continuing to press that into the atmosphere with a spice market. We want the old control building. 2 extra control. And a nice chunk of replenishment rate for everyone in the area. Don't think that matters, though. We'll use our hero here as our lord, rather. As our control. Do I want a spice market, or do I want the tea parlor? Let's go for more growth. We'll switch that over to a spice market later on. Jumping back to the Celestial Riverlands, going up to tier 4 quite nicely. Let's go ahead and upgrade the Bridge of Heaven again, so we can get our fur trade back in order. Being Jew, I would like to go for just some stockades, probably. For the time being. Here, we can either upgrade the Ziggurat of Dawn or Port Reaver. Before we do, let's swing over to our Lords and Heroes, who I would like to do some recruiting with. Take it back. And we'll do our recruiting here at the Celestial Monastery. Trying to keep us safe. Bunch of Skaven slaves.
Attention.
Alright, switch you over into Encamp Stance.
For the trials ahead.
As far as our global recruitment goes, I'm thinking we want to grab armor. So I'm going to get rid of 2 of these Peasant Long Spears.
No
a little bit concerning.
Being a
Grab 2 Jade Warriors with Halberds. Then 1 more Onyx Crowman. Controlling the skies is pretty important against the Skaven, and all of these normal archers are working out just fine for the time being. Plus, these global is expensive.
I spend too much time idle in thought. I should train.
He should train. Okay, well, we need to move over and try to deal with Loki here. He's going to be camped out outside. What I'm going to do then, threaten home base, is come back through this city of the Shogungun. Currently it is more of the first than the second.
I am the master.
You don't look like a master. You look very, very crippled. Master that's been fed through one too many wood chippers.
Lord of
What?
Those
Unflinching.
marshals really want a defensive alliance, and you know what? We could take this and then slip on that Jade Mask later on and just dropkick them into orbit.
Do not assume that a hunter does not understand negotiation.
Don't understand the Jade Mask, though. No one can.
All right.
Now with this, now we have a few more allies, and we're going to
None
start
shall
building in a
question me.
couple more Imperial outposts before too long. That way we can start getting in some of their units for free. They're not the best, but they do work alongside our peasant archers pretty well. Let's go ahead and skip through, and that's a turn.
Astromancer.
What caravan encounter? Warriors return. The caravan is being tracked by friends. You either grab some more missile warriors or some jade. We've got lots of infantry as is. Let's go ahead and grab the missile warriors. In fact, I might be able to disband a single unit of those spearmen. That way we can maybe grab some others. See if I can find our caravan here. There you are, good sir.
The Lord Magistrate stands
17 out of
ready.
20. Probably will keep them as is, especially with the Great Green Prophet here. Do you want to leave? Hanzi has places to go and he's got a plague, it looks like.
Lord Magistrate.
Gross. Back over to Big Papa Bo.
Wins.
Are they repairing anything here in Skeggy? Oh, they did. Perfect. Back to tier 2.
Cathayans, to war.
Mine. Finish them off here.
For the Celestial.
And claim this for the Celestial Emperor.
Expanding harmony across the world.
And more research rate, too. We've got to counteract all this yin alignment somehow. Hexal has been destroyed. Well, as Hexwaddle itself. Their final defender, Hexaxel. We don't get it at tier 2? How sad. I don't mind upgrading, though. Get a little bit more gold out of Skeggy, and growth as well.
Lord Magistrate reporting. Harmony above all.
7 positive to the control, so Zhao Kang, you...
Lord Magistrate reporting.
Best place for you to post up. Probably up here at Hexwaddle.
Master
Yep,
of
march
the
and
prophets.
get
I
moving.
govern in the Emperor's name.
We'll use Felix as a spy for now.
Setting forth.
See what the Slaanesh touched lands are up to. I don't see any Mother Estankia, which is quite concerning. And if you zoom on up to where she normally is, it's all Slaaneshi. Which means we may not have a Mother Estankia this campaign as an ally. Last time, she completely stabbed us in the back near the end, which was a surprise. And we'll grab ourselves the Goblet of Cassandora. This is the only spell he gets to keep in dragon form, so blobbing up a bunch of guys around him and then dropping a rock sounds like a great idea.
The Celestial commands.
As far as you there, Satang, piercing shots. Missile strength continues to launch itself into the stratosphere. I'm here for it.
Governor and executioner.
For you there, Zhu Chen, let's go an additional point into spread control. Have done a bit of slacking on our ancillaries, so let's do some equipping. As you're rolling with Yuan Bo, you get some scrolls of astromancy, a talisman of endurance to keep you alive. Let's combine up these 2 scrolls of blast, a sword of strife, and the blade I don't care about so much. Enchanted item, do we have any more of those that are worthwhile? Ruby Ring of Ruin, which I prefer to keep where it is. Potion of Toughness, no, we don't have too many so far. The Crown of Command is so meh. Well, if we keep it over here, she might have a Jade or Jet Lion. It's best to use on units that are going to crumble away to nothing. You can force them to stop for that entire duration. But as far as ancillaries themselves go, growth and movement, let's go ahead and yoink this away from Yuan Bo to free him up some space. Don't need the corruption dropping, but Keymaster sounds good. And since Yuan Mao has all of his unique skills, we'll go ahead and grab the Water Snake Breeder from you to get a little bit more experience here. Perfect.
Dragon.
Saitang, I will give the Talisman of Preservation, give him that ward save. 16% sounds great. A Blade of Strife, it would be replacing the Wind Bow, absolutely not. And we have no real armor. That's fine. Ancillaries to give to you. I'm thinking I'll take the Water Snake Breeder now from, well, it'd be Yuan Bo, wouldn't it? Sorry, Astromancer, you don't need it as badly as Saitang does. Alright, now we're all equipped up.
A most thoughtful strategy.
Here at Swamp Town, let's go ahead and upgrade the Contemplation Gardens and the Pottery Maker. And then at the Monument of the Moon, I will go ahead and add in the Consecration Field for good old control, since there's no actual resource buildings here in this region.
Azir provides.
Zia provides.
Consulting ancient maps.
He moves on down that way.
Celestial General.
Lokir's raiding in the city of the Shugengun, making things far worse.
The Jade Dragon's humility.
Go ahead and cut the head off the snake here by moving after Jiju and then upwards to Haichai, depending on what other lands he has over this area. Nakai just kind of camped out, which is a little bit concerning. He doesn't really care about evil as much as dealing with the Cathayans.
Advance without
Okir's not going to strike any of our settlements, and he does move in by himself, so be it.
Order me.
And we'll take the opportunity to take some lands from him first. Really love some battle maps with the cherry blossom trees. Yay. We need some battle maps with cherry blossom trees. We do have some, but we need more. Maybe some that are actually in like a cherry blossom forest. Come on, yeah. For now, you keep defending here. There's no telling when an incursion might occur. So far, the Blue Roses are being held back, and Grimgore's in the far north, but that could change at any time, and they might also decide to completely ignore our allies, since this is a legendary campaign. So we'll come on back up to the Bridge of Heaven, since that's what we're
Emperor's flag.
really wanting to keep an eye on. Currently, where we're doing some construction too.
Celestial ancestors.
And then we'll give you nothing. Enjoy the units you currently have.
I bear the arms of Jin.
Actually, now's the opportunity to use our Matters of State, grab our Levy the Provinces, and recruit Yuan Mao's units immediately. He can now get to work.
Celestial General.
3 armies here. We'd have to fight them all. So what if we move
Warriors, sons.
and pretend like no one's here? Oh, we've already... Why can't we ambush? Too close to a friendly settlement.
Occupy any passes.
Here. Fall back into the 70% chance here.
Readiness.
Try to catch any of them that might be running away from Xiaojia. Which would be funny.
These illusions of distant
Skip through, fix our bar commandments. I say we need... Let's do research rate and allow the control to drop all the way down to rebellion, if we can. Stuff. Research rate 127. It would be much better if we weren't focusing so hard in yin. Growth is king.
Go, before you incur the Celestials' deadly
Oh, the old mayonnaise zombies, what do you want? What is your greatest desire? Riches, trinkets, power, eternal life? Not from you. Alright, Albrecht, what's that up? What's this about?
Armored in faith.
Ain't nothing for you up here in the north. It's improving. I don't trust that. It's a full army. Oh, is Whistling gone? Franklin, calm down. I need some of these allies. Of course, our boys Hua failed because it's going after Xiao Ming. Of course it failed. Our leaders are becoming better leaders.
The Emperor's
Lovely to see. And if I knew if she was still alive, Mother of Stonkia, I'd try to move up here, claim some of these lands, and give them back to her. Otherwise, we might as well just leave Marathi alone.
Lord Magistrate.
Okay, because I don't trust anything that Bordelo's up to. Let's come on down to Swamp
Join
Town.
me in the war room.
Even the likes of High Sentinel's not very well defended from a full swarm of knights. Alright, well here at the Fallen Gates we can chuck in Spice Market and Gem Factors. We're definitely going to want
Sit a while and listen.
some walls
Poetry
in this close to the
motion.
Druki. They tend to be a little bit people snatchy. One
To
of
the
their
next
worst traits.
episode.
The next episode.
Eye of the Emperor.
Alright, Big Daddy Bo, we're gonna have you come on around and grab this
March
Sea
for
Corpse.
your rations.
Give us a little bit of experience. For Seitang and everyone else. With a gush of putrid water, the bloated corpse of an ancient sea leviathan surfaces close by. You consider sending your crew to investigate what secrets the cadaver of the sea beast will bestow. But such an expedition is not without risk. When alive, these creatures have been known to host parasites the size of wolves and eat their colonies of needle-toothed aquatic man things. Even so, there may be valuables to be found within its stinking gut. Indeed. There was no fish people, but there were vampirates named Cat. Catfish, if it were.
The dragon stands with you.
They got annihilated. We'll go ahead and take the extra gold, or let's go ahead and execute these captives.
We cannot defeat them.
No, they're zombies. They want your brains. With Dawnglaive. What is this? Apparently forged from a reflection of the dawning sun, its blade is highly reflective, making light dance and flash to the rhythm of its deadly pattern. Not only does it buff your own attack and defense, it lowers the enemy's. Fantastic. A corpse of such size does not go unnoticed by the brigands of the sea. After butchering all of the pirates on board, we grab their shiny glaive.
The Jade.
Make it on back and march. Still able to do it anyway.
Land is here.
Or Satan goes, 2 extra skill points. We'll grab a piercing shots and training. Up to 903 missile strength. We can jump that up to above 100 or 1.1 thousand. 100,000 would be even crazier. You'd be throwing nukes. See how high we can boost it. For some reason I'm betting 100,000 is not one of our things we can do here. I've also realized we might have caused an issue here at Pahwaks by... Oh, never mind, that's Pahwaks.
Spirit Dragon protect.
We need up to tier 3 at Hexawaddle, which is quite soon.
Strategize.
So at Pahwaks then, let's go ahead and upgrade this up to a town. That way we can get the 3rd tier of the Pottery Maker and our 3rd tier of Riverport as well. Yeah, there's lots of manlings running around in our lands. The uncouth Imperial variety.
The Emperor wills it.
Our ambush still in progress. Whatever they've got here in the Village of the Moon is scary enough to frighten away Jiang. Just a bunch of Skaven slaves.
Instrument of the divine.
I guess that in and of itself can be scary. Down to 1 settlement.
Leader of men.
I think we can take him. Of course, there are just so many of them. We're gonna try to go for this ambush.
Stay off the dunes, soldiers.
Jeju, however, is going to fall back under Cathay control. Liberation is glorious. Oh, there's a black arc off the coast. We'll definitely want to divert to deal with it quite soon. Let's go ahead and give this to one of our lions. I'm going to say the defensive one needs it more.
To the front line.
Rest in peace, Jade Lion. Good grief. I am absolutely going to sack the settlement and force them to rebuild it. Our orders are to
serve from the front.
Come on back into mostly friendly territory. Well done, sir. Give you the aura of endurance. Leading from the front as you should.
I would take that to defend my soldiers.
Got this jet lion here. Might as well give you a name up. This is good old chunky Maka. She is my cat with pig hooves.
The battle is won. And
That we've also got.
the war.
Well, that doesn't work really so much for my Jade Lion since her name is Gray. We'll do it anyway. Gray the Jade Lion. Confusing, but it's a thing. Stay here in ambush stance. We've got Go Trek holding down Wei Jin like a champion. We've got too much gold laying around and nothing to do with it. That should change hopefully in a few turns here. We could rush construction for the 2 stone tokens, but I would really much prefer getting access to the commercial district. That's what we're going to do instead. Oh, we can upgrade Shilong. Let's do it. You're just gonna keep moving around in march stance so that you can possibly gain the extra
Adorn my
movement
chamber
range
in
trait.
finery.
We'll upgrade the Isle of Crimson Skull as well. Almost missed our most important upgrade back our actual capital somehow. Wait. Nope, this is our capital here, Changwu. All you gotta do is hit home to find out, and it has an extra fancy flag. Really, where else needs upgrading? Not normally how I would do this. Our split empire has our brain a little bit boggled then.
Forces were
Through, and we'll end the turn.
It is good to see you. Much has changed.
He and Imric know one another? I don't want to know. Trade agreement for 600 gold. Sure. We can spy on them and they can spy on us. It's perfect. Oh no, the rats foiled our ambush. It looks like they decided to scatter themselves. Our Wild and Witchery Author now won, and we have now finished the Yin Hex. Moon Empress shall bind our foes in tendrils of night. In balance, her kiss shall grant our bows new strength. 20% more base weapon damage for all of our Yin units. Now we need to go take down Dunk. These brutes can't be reasoned with. Go and dunk on them. Battle Masters and 1,000 treasury. Anzi's caravan has been completed. The demand for trade goods and myrmidons is now reduced, but will increase steadily over time. Got a grant of land. Income from all buildings in all provinces. On reaching your destination, a lowly traveler who you took on out of pity is revealed as the child of a Tullian noble. Safely returned, you were given a reward. No good deed goes unpunished.
Servant of the dragon.
That boosts income faction-wide. That's great. Well, let's move on in here to Mormel. There's nothing but 2 armies here. I think 2 armies we can handle.
Your deaths for Cathay.
Gets ambushed immediately. Attacking Clan Ashen. There's so many Skaven slaves coming across the field of that for us. We might actually end up running out of ammo, but I think our peasants should be able to get in there and throw blades pretty well with these Skaven slaves. Either way, we've got the untireable Yuan Mao. So Mormel of Clan Ashen is going to be throwing down with Yuan Mao once more in the next episode, but for now, I'm out of time for today. I have been Space Wizard Total War. Thank you all so much for stopping by today's Yuan Bo episode. If you enjoyed the video, remember to leave a like for the Light God and a sub for the Sub-Thon. I'll see you on the next one.